Today on the channel, from the brand new Marvel Legends Retro Wave, we've got Thing. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And like I said, today on the channel, from the Fantastic Four Marvel Legends Retro Wave, we've got Thing. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. But the Thing is here. The Fantastic Four wave is starting to show up, I guess. I believe these are supposed to be like February, March 2022, or at least the end of 2022. But like we're seeing, some things are sneaking through, and it seems like Thing has started shipping from some places out there, and the rest of the wave, I guess, would have to come. And talk about a throwback packaging, much like the Spider-Man throwback retro packaging, the X-Men retro packaging we got from a couple years ago. This Fantastic Four retro packaging really gets me in the nostalgia strings. You guys know I was a kid of the 80s and the 90s watching cartoons, and the Marvel Action Hour is really where I got more of a deep understanding of the Fantastic Four. Of course, I'd read some Fantastic Four. I'd had some crossover issues in my comics, but I was not an avid Fantastic Four reader. But of course, I knew the characters. But the cartoon really helped flesh out some of their, some of their villains or superheroes they go against and stuff like that. Really showing what the world of Fantastic Four was about. And through that cartoon and the old school Toy Biz line, the Fantastic Car, all the great figures we got in that line back in the day, really helped with my Fantastic Four knowledge and my Fantastic Four nostalgia, of course. So seeing this wave revealed by the Hasbro team, of course, on this retro carding just really bowled me over. I absolutely love the looks of this. Just fabulous looking packaging. Almost so nice I don't want to unbox it. But you know, for science, I've got to unbox it. That's what I gotta do. And we're going to do this like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll see where it goes from there. And then we're going to compare him to a bunch of other Thing figures to kind of see where he fits in the mix. Is he as good as some of the other ones? Is he better? We'll find out at the very end. But let's take a look at the packaging first on Thing. So our first go around with this new Fantastic Four throwback packaging, but it feels like the mid-90s all over again with this thing. You got him up there in the old Fantastic Car. Will we see a Fantastic Car from a Hasbro? Maybe we will. You know, we got Galactus coming. We got more Heralds of Galactus coming. We obviously have this wave coming. I think the next year and a half, 2 years, are going to be very Fantastic Four heavy. And that should be an interesting dynamic through our Marvel Legends collection. But there it is, the Fantastic Four artwork, just really throwing me back with the circle and the 4, the red 4, Fantastic Four in the yellow, Marvel Comics 4 and up over there. Then you got Thing in the package, big, hulking, heavy figure, of course, as you would imagine it is Thing. He does have an extra head there, and it looks like we got some other accessories. We'll see when we unbox him there, but you got the comic graphic here, you got the Thing. This is just very 90s right there across the board. I love it a lot. Then you get the Hasbro logo, the warnings, that kind of fun stuff. And then you got the back of the packaging, and just like the front, the back takes me back as well. Takes me back to the 90s. You got warnings, all that kind of stuff down there, but then you got the cross-sell. Old school cross-sell. I just remember that back in the day. It was so cool finding these on store shelves and saying, oh my gosh, who else is in this set? And of course, we got Reed Richards, we got Thing, we got Invisible Woman, we got Human Torch, Psycho Man, and High Evolutionary. Now, the villain gallery is where I really became, I started to understand the Fantastic Four and their enemies much more back in the day. Hive Evolutionary, Psycho Man, I did not know about those characters until the 90s toys. Mole Man was a character I'd heard of, and I loved that Toy Biz toy. I hope we get an updated Mole Man in maybe the second wave of these. We'll see how that all shakes out. But outside of Dr. Doom, I really never knew the Rogue Gallery for the Fantastic Four, and it was nice to get them in figure form. When you buy the figure, you start to learn more about them and all that kind of stuff there. But then we got a blurb for the Thing. We got artwork. We got that classic old school kind of black and white thing going on there. And then you got Fantastic Four up top with the Marvel logo. So let's read the back. Let's see what it says about our old friend Ben Grimm. Can we get one of these in a trench coat one of these days? Wouldn't that be something? All right, with his nearly indestructible body and incredible strength and stamina, the Thing possesses the ability to crush evil. Oh, that's all it says. A bunch of other languages below. I thought I was in for War and Peace, and I was in for about a sentence. So I'd like to see a little bit more blurbs there, but I get it. You only got so much room on the package. But man, is this cool looking. Extra head, I'm not sure exactly what head I like. Personally, I think I like Thing with teeth. I like to see the teeth in him. I believe the older fans, if there's people older than me, and some people do like the look with no teeth out there. So I do like that they gave us that choice for our figures. So that is nice. You get a little choice there. A little choose your own adventure. Now, how do I unbox this? Now, this is heavy stock card, as you can imagine with these retro waves. That's the way they go. I think the best way to get through is through the feet. At least that's what I'm telling myself, and that's what I'm doing. And holy cow, we're losing pieces. Slide him out. You got that blue in the background, little starburst. Blue pops on action figures, like I always say. Packaging should always be blue. See you later. I love it. But we got a little plastic prison with 2 fists. We got 2 fisted hands for the thing. Sign me up all day. You know I love good fists. All wrestling figures, superhero figures, you should have at least 1 fist. Because guess what? You're playing with these things as a kid. You need somebody to punch. You're not going to be slapping. Thing's not going to be slapping people. He's going to be punching people. See you later. Oh, right off the screen. There it is. But 2 big old rock fists. We love that. So definitely one of those will be going on this thing. Then you got him in the plastic prison. There he is. Looking only like Thing would look. There's no denying who this is. You know exactly when you see this guy that it is the Thing. We got the extra head, like I said. Put that right over there. Pull him out. See you later. Off to the side. And we've got Thing fresh here on the table. All right. What is doing here? Ooh, some extremely stiff joints, but we love a stiff joint. You know, if they're stiff, that means they're not going to be loose right out of the package. There's nothing worse than getting a figure out of the package and having it extremely loose. Articulation-wise, very similar to other things. We don't have double-jointed elbows. You know, you don't need super flexibility with the Thing, I would say. But you got just traditional elbows. You got hands that rotate and move all over the place. They are removable, of course. Do we have bicep swivel? No bicep swivel, but we got shoulders. The shoulders go all the way around, of course. Up and down, as we're used to. Head swivels a little bit here, up and there. Not any, really no up and down for the most part with this one. But the head is removable, as you know. We got the extra head there. So not a ton of head articulation. Got the big diaphragm in the middle, and then you got the waist. So you got 2 different ways you could go. So there's a lot of posability at the mid-torso level. And you got a thigh swivel. You got the legs that go up and down, all around, all that kind of stuff. We do have double-jointed knees on this one, so he does go way back. Not quite all the way, but pretty far. Big feet, big rock-like feet, of course. It is the Thing. That's what we're expecting out there. Just fabulous. And then he does have the blue tights, trunks, wrestling trunks, blue. And then you got that patented Fantastic Four white lining around there. Really offsets the colors, really makes this thing pop. I really do like that. And it feels just like Thing before. It's got the rockiness to it. Some different color tones on this one, though. Through his shoulders, through his torso up here, it's a much lighter orangish yellow color, and then it gets darker orange throughout. I don't know if I like that one, and I can't think off the top of my head of my old school 90s Thing, if that's how it was. I feel like it was not that way. I don't know. I'm going to pop this head off. The old school Thing head I'm going to pop off. Pops off very easily. I love removable heads. And I'm going to pop on the teeth thing. Oh, it goes on there very tight. I do like this head better. But I don't know. I got to compare it to the other things, and we'll do that here shortly and see which head I really want to use. Definitely, like I said, I'll use one of the fists on this one. But some interesting coloring. It really does. Once you see it, you can't unsee it on the coloring there. And it goes all the way around. I didn't mention that, but it goes all the way around with that yellow. So a little lighter, and then he's got a little of that same coloring going on in his big toes and on his feet. So that does seem a little strange. It is a little bit of an eyesore there, but it could be accurate. Maybe I just can't think of it being accurate, but I do like this mean mugging grit teeth look on him, though. That is a strong face, strong head sculpt going on there. You don't really need a ringside collectible stand with Thing. He is big enough. He is going to stand on his own, so don't waste your money on a stand for him. Just have him stand all just like that. But let's compare him to some other things out there. We've got the last thing we got, and I guess it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. We did get that color variation on the upper one of this one as well, but this is the last thing we got from the Marvel Legends team via the Fantastic Four set. Gosh, it was almost 2 years ago. I think the beginning of 2022 will make 2 years since this is released. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. But this is a thing that a lot of people have. A lot of people missed out on the other thing we're going to show in a second. So I think a lot of people have this one. I do like the trunks and tights on this one. This is a much more classic Thing, trunks on him compared to this one. But this is more updated, more sleeker. Is that a word? It is a word, I know. But yeah, so there's a comparison with that one. And then we grab the granddaddy of them all. I don't know if this one's been topped, and I still don't think it's been topped. This is truly my favorite thing, but I like that they gave us different trunks across the board. This is the Walgreens thing. I don't know why. I understand why they did this one this way. I would have think they would have went more with the black wash. As you can see, this is a much darker thing. Really pops. This one pops the best of the bunch. I would have think they would have went with a darker thing on this one, but maybe not. I don't know. They didn't, so it is what it is. But this is the Walgreens exclusive Fantastic Four wave from many years ago. Gosh, it's probably been 5 years, it feels like now. I don't know what exactly it's been. But this is still my favorite thing if I'm going to have to rank these three. I like all of them, though. I love big figures. You guys know that. I love big creatures that look like rocks. It's one of my favorite things I always say on the channel, I'm pretty sure. But very solid across the board. You really can't go wrong. Everybody needs a thing in their collection. If somehow you miss this one, I know a lot of people miss this one. There's a lot of new collectors that miss this one. Some people just 2 years ago, there's new collectors that miss this one. So this is great to get an updated thing, and this will serve you well. If you only need one thing, you're fine getting this. But if you're only wanting one thing, if gun to my head, this is the one I'm going to grab. But just for the heck of it, let's grab the Marvel Select thing. How about that one? That's a monster thing. Now, this one was extremely cheap. Your local toy stores, stuff like that, your comic book stores, I should say. I think I got this for $20. I mean, it's not very expensive. It doesn't scale the best, but things kind of like Hulk sometimes. He's bigger and smaller. He's different size depending on the artist. So you could technically smoke and mirrors this one. As we say with a lot of Marvel Selects, they're much akin to a statue. This one is no different. Obviously, he towers over these guys, but in the right scene, in the right setup, and a little bit of smoke and mirrors and stuff, you could mix this one in there. So I know there is some people that do have a soft spot for this thing, but for me, he's going to be number 4 of this group. But it's a coming up thing. You can tell that right here at the table. I don't know. I'd be interested to hear in the comments down below which one is your favorite thing. If you could only choose one, which one would it be? And feel free to put them in order as well. Let me know in the comments if you're picking up this wave of the new Fantastic Four. I think with Galactus Mania just ending, I think there's a lot of new collectors jumping in that picked up the Galactus that said, oh man, I need a Fantastic Four to go with that Galactus. Now is the time to jump in on that. So it really truly is a renaissance in the Fantastic Four, at least in the action figure game right there. And I'm excited to unbox the rest of this wave, and I'm excited to see who's in the second series of the wave. But feel free to leave me your comments on this thing down below. Make sure you like the channel or like this video and subscribe to the channel, of course. Hit the notification bell. As you guys know, we're unboxing about every single Marvel Legend known to man on the channel, including G.I. Joe, Star Wars, wrestling figures. It goes on and on. There's just a lot going on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a video, and we got videos every single day here on the channel. So there it is, and also follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the things, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.